Hi there, Acura owners. Today in your 2009 Acura RDX, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install Swagman's XTC2 Bike Platform Rack. This 2-bike platform rack is going to be a great option to securely haul 2 bikes around with you using either a 2-inch or 1 1/4 inch hitch. There is a sleeve that comes available with it to get it mounted up in those 2-inch hitches. As you can see here, we've got a bike mounted up on it, and it holds it at 3 different locations. Each wheel is held in place inside of its cradle with a strap that goes across it to ensure that it stays inside the cradle. Our frame has a lockdown here on top where our hooked arm can slide down to secure it in place. Simply just push down on it until it holds it nice and secure. One of the things I like about this rack is how easy it is to get your bike on and off of it. We've already got it mounted up, but it's basically the same to install it in reverse order. We'll start by taking it off by removing the straps on our wheels. We can then support our bike, press in on the release lever for our hook, slide the hook up, and then you got a couple of options. We can just pull the bike directly off, or you could pull the pin here at the front, which would let you lay down the center mass. It really just depends on how heavy your bike is and what you're comfortable with. We're not going to be laying it down since this is a pretty light bike, so we can just simply lift it off. One of the things you do got to be aware of though is you have to work your way around the mast, so watch out for your pedals. Now that we've got our bike off, we can take a look at our rack a little bit closer here. We have 2 arms. One is slightly longer than the other for our 2 different bikes, and this is because one needs to stack on top of the other. When we've got them pushed down, they're relatively the same height. It's a ratcheting mechanism, so we just simply push it down in place, and each one of them does have a release lever, so you can easily move it up when you're ready to take your bike off. Each of our cradles has a strap on it here. It's a rubberized strap to hold the wheel, and it is wide enough for both mountain bikes or road bikes, whatever you are deciding to put in there. Some of your fat bikes, however, may have difficulties fitting in here, so there is going to be limitations on the width of wheel that you're going to be able to use. The arms are adjustable. There is a clamp that goes around the horizontal mast. If we loosen up the clamp there, we can adjust the length that we'll need for the size of bike. So whether you're loading up a children's bike and you need to have a shorter wheelbase or a full-size bike, you can get either of those on here. Simply tighten it back down once we've chosen our location. We briefly talked about the mast going down to make it easier to take the bike off, but additionally, when you don't have a bike on there, you can pull the pin, lay down the mast, and with our mast laid down, we have full access to the rear of our vehicle. So if we need to get anything out of the back, we can easily open up our lift gate, get whatever items we need, and we're ready to hit the trail without having to take the whole bike rack off. It lifts back up and pins back into place when you're ready to use it again. Now I've got some measurements for you. From the closest point to our bumper, it's going to be about here on our legs, and it's about 3.5 inches. The furthest point from our rear bumper is going to be here at the other end of our cradle at about 17.5 inches. And there's one final position. This is nice for stowing it in your garage. We can pull the pins out of each of the arms here. They will then fold up, and we can reinsert the pins up here to hold them upright. This will save much of that valuable garage space you have, keeping everything nice and collapsed. And that completes our look at Swagman's XTC2 Bike Platform Rack on our 2009 Acura RDX.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.